Chapter 19. Mary. With name of the God, the Almighty, the Merciful. Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sad. Reminder of mercying your Lord, His servant, Zachariah. Behold, called his Lord, calling fearfully. He said, Lord, surely I, weak the bones from me, and shines the head of old. And not I am with calling you, Lord, split. And surely I fear the inheritors from behind me, and she is, my woman, barren. But send to me from your side an inheritor. He inherits me, and he inherits from family of Jacob, and make him, Lord, pleasing. O Zachariah, surely we inform you with a son, his name Yahya. Not we made to it from before a name. He said, Lord, surely it be to me a son, and she is, my woman, barren, and have I reached from the great decrepitness? He said, like that says your Lord, it over me lowly, and have I created you from before, and not you were a thing. He said, Lord, make to me a sign. He said, your sign, surely not will you speak to the mankind 3 nights even. So went out over his people from the chamber, but inspired to them that they glorify mornings and evenings. O Yahya, take the book with force. And we brought him the command as child, and goodness from our side, and purity, and was pious, and benevolent with his 2 parents, and not he was violent, disobedient. And peace over him, a day born, and a day he dies, and a day he brought out alive. And remind in the book of Mary, behold, she went from her keepers a place easterly, but she took from other than them a barrier, so we sent to her our spirit, but appeared to her a conscious being, even. She said, surely I seek refuge with the Almighty from you, if you be pious. He said, surely what a messenger of your Lord, to my bringing to you a son pure. She said, surely it be to me a son, and not he surely touches me, a conscious being, and not I am transgressor. He said, like that says your Lord, it over me lowly, and to our making him a sign to the mankind, and mercy from us, and is a command decided. So she carried him, but went with him a place far. So came to her the birthing to a trunk of the date tree. She said, "O woe to me! I dead before this, and was I a woman forgotten?" But called her from beneath her, "Surely don't you grieve, has made your Lord beneath you rivulet, and shake to yourself with trunk of the date tree, will fall over you dates ripe. So eat and drink and cool eyes, but of what you surely see from the conscious being, anyone, but say, surely I promise to the Almighty a fast, but not will I speak the day to men." So came with him to her people, she carrying him. They said, "O Mary, already you bring a thing wonderful. O sister of Aaron, not is your father one evil, and not she is your mother transgressor." But she pointed to him. They said, "How can we talk to one who is in the cradle, a child?" He said, "Surely I, servant of the God, brought me the book and made me prophet, and made me blessed where what I be, and ordained me with the prayer and the purity, what I go on living, and benevolent with my mother, and not he made me violent, split, and the peace over me, a day I born, and a day I die, and a day I brought out alive." That Jesus, son of Mary, saying of the truth, which in it they doubt, not is to God that he take from sons, glory him, when decides a command, but surely what he says to it, be, but it is. And surely the God my Lord, and your Lord, so serve him, this a highway constant. But differ the societies from between themselves, but woe to those who reject from witness of a day great. We'll hear with them and see a day they come to us, but the wrongdoers the day in a strain is clear, and warn them a day of the woes, behold, decision of the command, and they in obliviousness, and they, not they believing. Surely we will inherit the earth, and those over her, and to us they will return. And remind in the book of Abraham, surely he is a truthful prophet. Behold, he said to his father, "O my father, why you serve what not it hears, and not it sees, and not it self-sufficient over you a thing? O my father, surely I has come to me from the knowledge what not it came to you. But follow me, I will guide you a highway even. O my father, don't you serve the Satan. Surely the Satan is to the Almighty disobedient. O my father, surely I fear that it will touch you, punishment from the Almighty, but you will be to the Satan an inheritor. He said, "Are inclined you over my gods, O Abraham? If not, you stop to my surely stoning you, and get away from me, farness." He said, "Peace over you. Soon I will ask forgiveness to you of my Lord. Surely he is with me heavy. And I will push you away, and what you call from other than the God. And I will call my Lord. Maybe surely not will I be with calling my Lord split." So when pushed them away, and what they served from other than the God, we sent to him Isaac and Jacob, and both we made prophets. And we sent to them from our mercy, and we made to them tongue of truth high. And remind in the book of Moses, surely he is exclusive, and is a messenger prophet. And we called him from side of the mount of the faith, and we neared him meeting. And we sent to him from our mercy his brother Aaron, a prophet. And remind in the book of Ishmael, surely he is truthful of the promise, and is a messenger prophet. And was he commanding his keepers with the prayer and the purity, and is with his Lord pleasing. And remind in the book of Idris, surely he is a truthful prophet. And we raised him a place high. Those favors the God over them from the prophets, from progeny of Adam, and from those we carried with Noah, and from progeny of Abraham and Israel, and from those we guided and we chose. When read over them signs of the Almighty, they fall prostrating and crying. But deferred from after them, deferring, they laid down the prayer, and they followed the desires. But soon they will be thrown breaching, except one who turns and believes and does righteousness. But those, they will enter the garden, and not they wronged a thing. Gardens eternal, which promises the Almighty his servants with the unseen. Surely it is his promise to be brought. Not will they hear in them vanities, except peace, and to them their sustenance in them, mornings and evenings. This the garden which we will inherit from our servants, one who is pious. And not we come down, except with command of your Lord, to him what in front of us, and what behind us, and what between that. And not is your Lord forgetful. Lord of the heavens and the earths, and what between them both. So serve him, and surely wait to his servitude. Do you know to him a name? And he says, the man is when what I die, to be soon I taken out alive. Or not he remembers, the man, surely we created him from before, and not he was a thing. but, and your Lord, to our surely gathering them, and the Satans, then to our surely presenting them around hell, kneeling. Then to our surely snatching from all sects, which of them severe over the Almighty decrepit. Then to our knowing with those they first with her throwing. And if from you, except to be turned her, is over your Lord a decree decided, then we will save those who fear, and we will leave the wrongdoers in her kneeling. And when you read over them our signs clear, say those who reject to those who believe, which of the two groups better stationed and better calling? And how many we destroyed before them from generations, they better subsistence and sight. Say, one who is in the estrayness, but he will add to him the Almighty added, till when they see what they promised, of what the punishment, and of what the hour. But soon they will know one, he evilly placed, and weaker force. And he will add, the God, those guided, guidance, and the leftover, the righteousness, better with your Lord, paying and better return. Do but you see the one who rejects with our signs, and he says, to my surely being brought wealth and sons. Risen the unseen, or took with the Almighty a promise. Like surely no, soon we will write what he says, and we will add to him from the punishment added. And we will inherit him what he says, and he will come to us singly. And they take from other than the God, gods, to their being to them honored. Like surely no, soon they will reject with their servitude, and they will be over them snubbing. Do not you see, surely we send the Satans over the rejectors, honoring them honored. But don't you hasten over them, surely what we count to them counted. A day we gather the pious to the Almighty a league, and we march the sinners to hell turned. Not they control the intercession, except one who takes with the Almighty a promise. And they say, takes the Almighty sons. Already you bring a thing monstrous. Want the heavens, they surely fall down from it. And she split the earth, and fall the mountains flat, that they call to the Almighty sons, and not it seeking to the Almighty, that he takes sons. If each one in the heavens and the earths, except comes to the Almighty a servant, already accounts them, and adds them added, and all of them will come to him, day of the standing, singly. Surely those who believe and do the righteousness, soon he will make to them, the Almighty, love. But surely what we ease it with your tongue, to your informing with it the pious, and your warning with it people misbehaving. and how many we destroyed before them from generations. Do you sense from them, from anyone, or you listen to their whispers?